let's talk about how to get your free credit report, no strings attached. There's just 5 steps. You can get a free credit score just about anywhere, whether it's a Vantage score or a FICO score, but where do you get your full credit report without having to fork over your credit card or debit card or sign up for some subscription? That's what we're doing today. Nice and simple. Step 1, make sure that you're ready. Have your name ready, of course. They might be under other names if you've used a different name previously, been married or divorced or a different maiden name or changed your name, whatever. Social Security number, your current and previous address. If you haven't been at your current address for more than 2 years, you're going to need to enter in your previous address. And then have an idea of what your past loans are like over the last 5-10 years, who you've borrowed money from. Just be prepared. They're going to ask you for some of those kind of questions to verify your identity. Do avoid, if you go to a website and they're asking you for your debit card or a credit card to get your credit score, you're on the wrong website. There is just one government mandated site where you can get your free credit report, and I'm going to give you that here in just a moment. You can also find it in the description of this video. Step 2, go to it. It's annualcreditreport.com. No other website is was created because of federal law. It's this one, annualcreditreport.com. And there's a snapshot of it as of 2021. Step 3, fill in the required fields. It's going to ask you for things like your name, like your Social Security number, like your date of birth. It's going to ask you for all that sort of information. Step 4, you get to choose which 1, 2, or all 3 of the consumer reporting agencies or credit bureaus reports do you want today. Now, as of the time of this recording and through April 20th of 2022, you can get a free credit report from each of the 3 CRAs, consumer reporting agencies, every single week, every week for free. So go ahead and get all 3 every week. It's positive. You want to be able to see, is there any information on there that is not mine? Have I been a victim of identity theft or fraud? Go ahead and get all 3 every week. There's no negative impact on your credit rating for doing so. And step 5, you're going to, before they actually show you your credit report, they're going to ask you these verifying questions. Depending on which consumer reporting agency you get to or you're using, they might ask you 3 questions or 4 questions, or some cases no questions. But be ready. And they might be things, generally they're information that comes from your credit report, whether you see them on your credit report or not. They might be about which of these lenders did you get a car loan from in April of 3 years ago? Or it might be other, a little less obvious stuff that you won't even find on your credit report, but it's on applications that the consumer reporting agencies will have access to, like who lived with you this year, such and such a year, or who do you know that lived, which of these 3 or 4 people do you know that live in this such and such a state? What kind of car did you apply for, or did you get a loan for in this month or year? Those are sorts of information that you're going to have to know in order to get to the next step of actually getting your credit report. Now, be aware, in our experience helping people get their credit report, we see that probably 2/3 of them will be able to get their credit report, or at least one of their credit reports on the day. Many of them, many times, the consumer reporting agency requires additional identification. And so they will say that you have to do it by mail. If that's the case, they provide you a link. You click on it. It opens up a PDF that you can then print, fill out, and mail off, requesting your credit report by mail. Let me give you some bonus information, bonus steps. Okay, what's next? If you do get your credit report online and you do want to save it, be sure to save it with a password. It has information on there that is very personal, and could be used by a identity thief or a fraudster if they get the information. It generally will not have your actual credit card numbers or account numbers, but still it will have information that could be used to open up accounts in your name. You don't want it out there. Accidentally somebody gets access to your phone or to your tablet or to your computer. Make sure that there's a nice solid password there. If you print it out, that's fine. It's helpful to print it out and see it. When you're done, shred it. And don't just tear it up in a couple of pieces. Shred it, cross shredder, something that gets rid of all possibility of actually reading information on there. What if you can't use the internet to order your credit report and you don't want to wait or you don't want to send it off in the mail? You can call 877-322-8226 and request your credit report by phone. It's a toll-free number. You'll have to give, again, all that same private information, your name, social security number, date of birth, address where you live, so forth. And then when you get your credit report, what do you do with it? Feel free. We encourage you, please take our free credit course. It's available. It's called Credit Basics at courses.moneyfit.org. And some of the lessons in that course will show you how to read your credit report, what to be looking for, what should be there if it's positive, and what to look out for if there's some negative stuff on there, and how to maybe dispute and fix things. Take a free credit report. There's a credit course. There's a lot of them out there. Thank you for joining me today. If you have further questions, please feel free to reach out to MoneyFit. I am always available to help as well. moneyfit.org/live. You'll find additional free webinars coming out regularly or an archive there.